On the immigration front, Border Patrol says the total number of migrant crossings through our area this year is almost half of what they were last year.
And we asked agents what they believe is behind the drop in numbers. Our Michael Gibson is here now with those answers for us. Michael.
Border security is always a hot topic. Last December, border crossings reached an all-time high, but now those numbers have come down, way down, and Border Patrol officials say they believe there are several reasons behind that. Agents told us that part of the solution seems to have been government policy changes. Also, the agency continues to move its agents around to counter the moves made by the cartels looking for holes in that border defense. These days, Border Patrol agents are finding more tracks made by cows than migrants out in the rough and rugged terrain of Brooks County.
Compared to last year, we're seeing about a 45% decrease in crossings.
This chart shows that the number of migrant crossings in the Rio Grande Valley sector were sky high last December at over 300,000. Since that time, the numbers have come down. Still, smugglers keep agents on the move.
So right now it's pretty much allocating the manpower what we needed. There are some stations with heavier traffic. That being said, for example, McAllen is going to have more activity than, let's say another station. So that's where we place them. We actually work in conjunction with all the stations. If they happen to need more manpower, it's actually being allocated there.
This checkpoint south of Alfurious is something migrants try and avoid by walking around it through the Wild Horse Desert.
We have our agents, that are on primary, that are trained. We also have canines. Besides that, we have radiation detectors. We also have x-ray machines.
Agents say that this part of the border used to rank first in all U.S. crossings every year for the past 10 years. Now it's down to number 5. We wondered what happened to change that. Was it the 3,000 agents Border Patrol has in our area, or was it the state's Operation Lone Star, which helped to better secure the border?
It just comes into play a lot of measures that we've taken before. We became the first sector in actually conducting the repatriation flights. Like you saw all of last year, with the Title 42 coming to an end. A lot of, to give you an example, a lot of people from Venezuela going back to their country in a plane, Guatemalans in a plane, Honduras people in a plane. That just gives you a lot of, actually stuff that, steps that we're taking into account, and that actually delivers results.
By the way, we did ask Agent Garcia about which countries most of the migrants are coming from, and it's still those from Central American countries, such as Honduras and Guatemala. Rudy, Leslie.